Homer chugged down 3 beers in one gulp. He instantly got drunk. Mo kicked him out of the bar. Homer mistook a mouse for a TV remote. A wealthy woman gave Homer $5.
I don't need your charity. I'll dance for my money.
Homer returned home covered in dirt. He used the money he begged for to buy Marge a bouquet of flowers. Marge was so happy that she nearly passed out. Homer also passed out on top of her. Homer still wanted to buy Marge a diamond necklace, but he didn't have enough money. The wealthy woman passed by and gave him another $5. Homer planned to become a beggar to buy this necklace. While begging, he met another beggar. The beggar thought Homer was suited to be a crazy person. Homer immediately started acting crazy on the street. He actually got money. Before long, Homer earned enough money to buy the diamond earrings. Bart's class went to visit the TV station together. Milhouse took the initiative to invite Bart to his house. The two of them left the group and went home. Milhouse said to Bart sadly, "I'm moving."
My mom got a job in Capital City. Capital City? You can't move that far. You're my best friend.
Because Kirk didn't make enough money, Milhouse had to live with his mother. Bart was sad after losing his friend. Marge worried that Bart would become isolated. She took Bart to Washington to visit Milhouse. Milhouse had dressed very stylishly. He had also made many cool friends.
This is my only chance to be cool. Now please, let me give you a wedgie in front of these guys.
Milhouse and his new friends laughed at Bart together.
Springfield, baby! Springfield, baby!
Marge noticed that Homer hadn't been coming home after work lately. When Homer took out the earrings he bought with the begging money, Marge thought they were just fake diamonds.
Where are they gone? Oh my god! Finally have something to put in the wall safe.
Marge and Homer went to the bedroom. She told the kids to ride bikes and play. Homer was still continuing to beg.
You got your wife the earrings, man. Why are you still doing this?
I want to get a second house, closer to work.
Homer took away the real beggar's business. They decided to teach Homer a lesson. The beggars brought Marge to the place where Homer was begging.
Homer! You're panhandling.
Homer explained that he only wanted to make money to buy her a gift. Marge ordered Homer to stop begging.
And to remind you of what you've done, I'm going to keep these earrings and wear them at social occasions.
Milhouse suddenly came back. It turned out that Kirk proved in court that he was the one who was suffering, so he regained custody of Milhouse. But debt collectors found Kirk to get money for Milhouse's food. Kirk sold his pants. Bart wanted to take Milhouse to see the mound.
You told him our secret? Hey, he's my best friend.
Oh, Lisa felt abandoned by Bart. Bart was happy that his friend was back, but Lisa was upset. Homer reminded Bart that the matter was actually very serious. That night, Bart went to find Lisa to play a game. He asked Lisa to draw several cards. The first card said Bart will make your bed for a week. The second card meant Bart returned Lisa's Malibu Stacy doll head. Bart apologized for ignoring Lisa. He promised he would try to be a better brother. Squidward was covered all over with cement. He rolled down the hillside. He fell from a sewer into jellyfish fields. After being shocked by jellyfish, the cement on his body hardened. He could neither speak nor move. It was the 5th day since he turned into the cement monster. He was almost starving to death. As he wandered around, he met SpongeBob and Patrick. Squidward roared at them. SpongeBob thought he might be an endangered animal. He decided to keep this creature as a pet. SpongeBob took Squidward home. He showed him his new home and named him Smelly. Squidward cried sadly. SpongeBob introduced Gary to Squidward. Gary smelled Squidward and started to attack. SpongeBob immediately put on gloves and carried Gary away. SpongeBob said Gary had never acted like this before. He had to take him to Patrick's house. When Patrick tied him up with a rope, he saw his own house. He wanted to play catch with Smelly, but Squidward could not move and got hit over and over. Squidward reached his limit and tried to attack Patrick. Patrick immediately called animal control. Squidward took the chance and left the rock house. He was about to go home when the animal control officers arrived. SpongeBob was reading the newspaper and came out right away after hearing the noise. He explained that Smelly was just a wild animal. After hearing that, the officers said they would take him to the zoo. Squidward was locked in a cage. Everyone laughed at him and called him an ugly thing. SpongeBob thought Smelly should not be made fun of. He swore to rescue Smelly. That night, SpongeBob and Patrick headed to the zoo. Patrick only cared about food. SpongeBob snatched his hot dog away. SpongeBob tied a rope and climbed down. He noticed the rope shaking violently. It turned out Patrick got tangled in the rope. SpongeBob pulled the rope apart, and Patrick fell down. Squidward was woken up by the noise. He was about to go check it out.
Understand? We are taking you home.
Squidward did not want to go with them, but they had already opened the cage and carried him away. Just then, the animal control staff found them. The bureau sent everyone to chase them. While running away in panic, the two saw a sewer entrance. Patrick threw Squidward down hard. Then SpongeBob stepped on Squidward's face as he climbed down. They escaped the search team. Great! We are a happy family again. Squidward cried after hearing that. They kept walking through the dark sewer. SpongeBob saw light ahead. They arrived at an enchanted forest. They saw many creatures that looked just like Squidward.
Hey, they look just like you.
Patrick tossed Squidward right into the middle of those creatures. Squidward was surrounded. Those creatures lifted Squidward up and carried him away. When Squidward was thrown down, he saw a clarinet player standing on the platform. He was happy to be here. The next morning when SpongeBob was woken up by the alarm clock again, he wanted to brush his teeth, only to find Gary biting his toothbrush and refusing to let go. He finally got the toothbrush back. Then Gary started biting the toothpaste tube. Not only that, when SpongeBob was about to eat, he found that Gary had chewed a hole in his bowl. After Gary chewed up the table as well, SpongeBob decided to take Gary to the supermarket to buy something for him to chew on. When they arrived at the supermarket, they met Patrick. Patrick led them to the section that sold chew sticks. Gary tried several but liked none of them. Just then, they spotted a ray machine. The ray machine burned a hole right through Patrick's head. Patrick's brain popped out. It bounced into SpongeBob's body. Since the brain was too small, SpongeBob blew it out just like blowing his nose. Right at that moment, Gary was drawn to a red ball. Apparently, the ball tasted really good. He thought Gary would love it, so he took the ball home. SpongeBob threw the ball across the room. He hoped Gary would pick it up, but Gary did not come back. After SpongeBob walked into the room, he saw Gary chewing on the ball. He was making all sorts of tricks with just that little ball. SpongeBob decided to go watch some TV, because he thought now that Gary had the ball, he would not chew up other things. Gary hadn't been in sight for a long time. SpongeBob started looking for him everywhere. It turned out Gary was having a tea party with the ball. SpongeBob wanted to join them. What kind of tea is it?
Green tea, Earl Grey, oolong, slippery elm.
Ball. He planned to open a can of Gary's favorite food.
Gary! Gary? Okay, that's just creepy. Gary, I think you need to spend some time away from this ball.
SpongeBob thought Gary was way too obsessed with the ball. He told Gary to hand the ball over to him. Gary decided to make a run for it. SpongeBob had already noticed his move. He rummaged through Gary's shell looking for the ball.
Hairball. Wallet. Darn it, I thought I lost this. And I just canceled my credit cards. Aha! I knew it!
SpongeBob placed the ball up the highest spot. That night, the ball emitted a tempting red glow. Gary was immediately mesmerized by the red light. The next day, a feeble alarm clock woke SpongeBob up. He greeted Gary, but Gary was gone together with the ball. Furious, he went out to look for Gary. Just then, a drop of drool fell down. It turned out Gary was up above chewing on the ball. SpongeBob stepped forward and ordered him to hand over the ball, but Gary ignored him. SpongeBob chased Gary down. He tried to take the ball, but got bitten by Gary. Heartbroken, SpongeBob decided to run away from home, but Gary still paid no attention to him. After a while, Gary grew hungry, but there was no one left to prepare snail food for him. He suddenly remembered that SpongeBob had run away, so Gary decided to go look for him, but the ball refused to let him leave. Gary got mad and tried to bite the ball to pieces. The ball broke free and hurt Gary's eye, and bounced around the room non-stop. The ball hit the TV, causing an explosion and a huge fire. Gary hurriedly fled the pineapple house. Gary found SpongeBob. At first, he did not want to have anything to do with Gary, but Gary licked him with his tongue. SpongeBob cheered up. He decided to take Gary home. Just then, a smell of burning wafted over from nearby.
Hey, look, isn't that your ball?
Patrick's house was stolen. The Easter Island head house decided to rescue him. It stretched out its arms and lifted itself up. Then it pulled the pineapple house out by the roots. The two houses chased after the thief. Gary tossed around inside the room but never woke up. After running through the streets for a while, they lost the trail. They planned to ask passersby, but all the passersby got scared and ran away. So the two houses put on some disguises. They boarded a bus. Right then they spotted the truck carrying the rock house. The pineapple house pulled the stop cord. The bus came to a sudden stop. The houses got off and crushed all the houses under their feet as they walked. Luckily, they found the rock house. They picked up the rock house and prepared to head home. The next second, they were lifted into the sky. It turned out the truck was loaded with rock balloons. The two houses tumbled back down. They landed right at a house dealership. Just then a mother and her son came to look at houses. The salesman took them to visit the pineapple house. At this moment, the child became very interested in the Easter Island head house. After the kid went inside, the Easter Island head house blocked one nostril. It forced the kid back outside. Gary on the other side also chased away the visitors who came to look around. The dilapidated house told them they could ask the lighthouse that sees everything. At the same time, the truck entered Bikini Bottom jail. The rock house was unloaded together with the regular rocks. Seeing the inmates strike the rocks so fiercely, the rock house trembled with fear. Then it became the inmates' next target. Just as they were about to start, the rock house suddenly disappeared. Its companions had come to save it. The rock house was overjoyed. They discussed how to escape. The Easter Island head house held the pineapple house in its arms. It blasted the guards with pineapple juice. After all the guards were taken down, the three houses prepared to leave, but they found the gate would not open. The jailhouse locked onto them. After hearing that the jail wanted to arrest them, the Easter Island head house and the pineapple house knelt down and begged. They told the jail the rock house was only arrested by mistake. It was someone else's home. The jail was moved and decided to let them go. The jail prepared to set them free. Unexpectedly, the rock house smashed through the gate and rolled away at top speed. The other two followed closely behind. The inmates saw the gate was open. They all ran away too. Seeing the damaged gate, the jail flew into a rage. The pineapple house and the Easter Island head house held up the rock house. The three houses crossed mountains and valleys on their way home. They needed to get back before their owners returned. Then they spotted SpongeBob and Patrick. They decided decided to take a side path. They then saw Squidward, so they fled in panic and smashed other people's houses to pieces. Time was almost up, so they stood on top of the rock house. Standing two on top made them move faster. The rock house accidentally hit a bump. They landed exactly where their homes were supposed to be. Unfortunately, they landed in the wrong spot. They quickly switched positions. SpongeBob also got back home, after they said goodbye to each other. After the owners entered their respective houses, the houses finally relaxed, but the jail caught up with them. Because of the jailbreak they had caused, they were placed under arrest. The houses panicked and ran away. Only Patrick stood there in confusion.
Don't I usually have a house?